Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Today we are here with Larry, Scotty, and the gang, and we're going to be studying some poker. So let's go ahead and dive into it.
Hey guys,
Was that a,
That's
you
good.
did a great
I feel
job.
excluded in your introduction.
That was good.
oh, and Mike.
Yep.
Hey Mike, let's make Mike feel included. Mike, our man, our man from the ignition. Um, yeah, today we're going to go over a specific situation in which we have an SRP, single raise pot, and we are playing out of position. Now this happens rarely in solver land, in theory, but we all know this happens far, far much more than theory in reality. So maybe I'll do a couple hands and I'll pass it on to someone else to use. That sound good?
No,
Yeah,
no, we're gonna do one each and we're gonna score ourselves.
Okay, we're gonna do it differently. We're gonna do
Louis
one
time.
each,
We're gonna do the
and-
Louis,
and
and you're
our
up,
resident
Mike is up first.
theoretical mathematician is going to keep score for us.
Exactly. Mike is up first.
So
Ooh,
Mike-
I get the
And-
debut.
Yeah,
And
you
what
get
is
to do-
There's 1 point available for each choice, and if the choice is prominently displayed in solver land, you get the point. If the point
Gotcha.
if it's a minor one, really like minor is like less than 15%, then you don't lose a point, and if it's not there, you lose a point, and like that. So your first decision is check or bet.
Well, I can tell you right now, this is going to be a safe check, and it'll mix, but I am going to choose check.
All right. We have the
Yeah,
check.
I think we're gonna protect our checking range a lot here. We're gonna have bets, but
Yeah.
you're right.
What?
Beautiful. 90% check.
Nope,
right.
I have it.
Good. You checked?
Y'all make decisions so easy.
Oh, did we face an overbet here?
Yeah.
So easy, it's not even hard.
Hold on, guys.
Nope, I have it.
I'll mute him. There you go.
Okay, thanks.
Corey, you're
Oh, yeah,
muted.
you're
When it comes back, you're ready to go. Okay.
Okay.
Mike is
Okay.
ready.
All right.
This is nuts. Oh, do we rotate now or
No, you go through the whole hand. This is your hand.
Yeah.
You could get a lot of points on this hand.
Well, this is going to be a pure call. I don't think we ever fold, and you're never raising.
Yeah, it's the question is, do you raise even this good and to the overbet? No, I agree.
No.
With you. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, this overbet's gonna be a call. Look at that. We're missing
it's-
folds. It's such a defensive strategy out of position.
Yep.
Which I think we'll see today. I mean, we can see it here, right?
Yeah.
We're already beginning to see folds.
Wow.
Where we aren't able to improve.
Yep.
If we look at these hands, they're gonna have probably there's gonna be a lot of backdoor flush draws here.
Yeah. And it is unfortunate we don't have a backdoor. No, that we don't
Yeah,
have
we
any.
have no backdoors.
But we have ace jack. Screw this.
So yeah, it's just a defensive game that Solver plays out of position in these situations.
All right.
This is going to start getting difficult.
Yeah, but this one moves easy. You're gonna you got a free point here.
Yeah, well, this is check.
Yep, we got that. He wants to.
Man, I tell you what, this is. I bet fold is going to be just prominent enough to be able to earn a point here, and I don't know if I would make this in game, but I'm going to fold.
Okay. Fold to the solver. I'm still calling, by the way.
Do they ever go that size with the
Yeah.
top
We're
pair,
totally
top kicker?
indifferent.
Yeah.
You know what? In strategy wise, I should have taken the call because I knew there'd be calls that would give me another point.
Exactly. But it would be a difficult point. But there you go. Okay.
Curious where our value threshold is here, where our call threshold is. And also, the other question for me here would be, are we now having stack off hands? Right? We don't really have any hands we stack off. Because we
Nope.
don't need
Let
to
him keep going.
blow away his bluffs. But let's just look at top pair. So our very best are calling, best kicker. And then we begin to get indifferent where we are, ace jack.
There's a hint of folding with ace queen, but I think a really good way to do this is make ace queen holds on, ace 10 folds, and you think about ace jack.
Yeah, our threshold really is the ace jack.
And we have
Okay.
and we have diamonds to continue with, which is nice. Okay, I'm next.
All right, you
Um,
ready?
That's why it's
Yeah,
folding.
he folded. What has he got?
Faster.
I hate him. All right. Ace 5. This is easy. This is a check.
So this is the most checked configuration in poker.
Yeah.
In theory, cutoff big versus
Yeah.
button SRP.
Yeah.
Except this time.
Oh my gosh. -1.
What?
So this is going to happen commonly with a king high.
Right.
So rainbow, king, queen textures are going to have a much higher bet frequency. Let's just look at the bet frequency on this. And we'll change it around a little bit. Just to give you
I thought that one was so easy.
So this texture is going to, I think, have, yeah, this is a high bet texture, but this is one of the few high bet textures, right? Let's just like,
Yeah, pretty much every king high flop is almost always going to have a pretty good, healthy continuation bet strategy behind it.
Right.
yeah, the king high, king queen off, and there's a rainbow.
Right.
That's why we had such high bets on.
Okay. And if it lets us go back to the hand, if we're still in the middle of it, and we can change, let's change our move. I lose a point, but let me see if I can lose some more points. So the prominent feature here was a small bet, I think. And I didn't notice it, so I can now lose another point by choosing the wrong size. I'm gonna go with,
The rainbow nature is important to it.
yeah, I'm gonna bet 33 on it. Let's see if I lost a point because I didn't pay attention. No, I'm good. But the most common one is a big bet. Not by much, but that's the most common one. All right.
Yeah, which is unique. And
So I'm
it's
still at
very unique
-1.
in this configuration.
Um,
Do you want me to continue here?
no, I'm gonna give myself 1 point for that. I'm back to 0 because I could have lost another point by choosing the wrong size. So I bet and he folded.
Yeah.
Oh, yay. I'm at 0. All right. Up next is Skate.
Skate, you ready? Skate, are you
Uh,
on? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm here.
You ready? Here we go.
All right, let's do it.
You got sevens in the hijack versus button.
All right, we are the pre-flop aggressor, am I correct?
Yes, we pre-flop aggressed and he called us.
Yeah, so
Oh.
we're in all
Okay.
these hands, we are RFIing and we get a flat. And we're always going to play out of position.
All right, just making sure. Okay. I think our hand is good enough to kind of protection betish going on here. So let's bet. We could probably, it's probably gonna choose on the slightly bigger side, but okay, so it's gonna mix between 33 and 50. Let's go with 50.
All right. You're going
Good.
50. I think it's gonna be 33 because it's a paired board and paired boards push your sizing down. Let's see what happens.
I think
Oh,
we're
you're-
going to check. I
You're
think
probably
we-
right.
There are checks. There's always checks, but on the bet side, I think it's gonna be the 33. All right, let's go.
You're probably right.
Lots
it's
and lots of
just-
checking.
It's just a pure check. All right.
It's just check.
8 is -1, but you still get to proceed.
You're
He's
not
gonna,
breaking the solver.
Yep.
So I'm a 0.
oh, no, yeah, no, you're -1 because how
I'm
rare
not
was
prom- okay.
it? It was like 1.3. Yeah, that's not prominent enough.
Okay,
I
okay.
was saying he gets to continue by doing it right. He gets to continue with the check. But
Right. Okay.
we'll go with your
So
thing. We'll go with your thing that he didn't break the solve, so he continues.
Okay.
so with the pair and the flop, with our pair
Mhm.
or whatever with whatever hand, we're supposed to check a lot because the board is paired and they could have.
We just
You know,
check a lot
the-
out of position. We just do a lot of, we prefer to check raise than bet. When our hand is good enough to play, check raise is a stronger move than a bet and it protects your checking range in the long term against this opponent.
The way I like to think about it, or one way I think about it is when you're in a simple raise pot, you're playing out of position and you bet, it's kind of like you're betting into the void because your opponent doesn't have a well-defined range, right? It's a single raise pot.
Yeah.
And you're going to be always the first to act. So you're always going to under-realize your equity out of position. So strategically, you're at a disadvantage when you're out of position. Strategically, you're the dog. And you could see that when you look at something called equity realization. So
Okay.
the result is that the solver, and arguably what the solver is telling us humans to do, is to play a more defensive game. And a more defensive game translates to more chill.
Now,
Okay.
the asterisk to this is at the lower stakes and against worse opponents, the exploit of betting more and having them fold because they don't defend enough hands to small bets might be the right thing to do. I don't know. I know that I made more money before I learned to check out of position.
You have a really good point. I think
Also-
we should have a longer conversation about it because
Yeah.
this would be a really good thing to ask a coach who's very
Yeah.
exploit focused and focused on understanding user information. What's the term I'm looking for?
Yeah, that
Mass-
was my main concern. Yeah, what Scotty just said.
And how much they adjust their out of position
Okay,
strategy.
Mike has a new rule and I'm with it. Sure. Okay. And but in this exercise, we might mention that asterisk, but this exercise is about learning to play the GTO strategy of it.
Yeah, so we're focusing on what solver does here.
Yeah.
All right, so you've arrived at turn here. Skate and an ace is
Yep, the ace is here. It's going to be slightly better for us, even though they can have some as a caller, but we're still going to bet. Let's
what
bet.
size would you like to use? So you used B50 on flop.
Okay, okay. You bet. So we're going to continue the story, right?
It's up to you. It's your hand. You can do what you want. What would you like to do,
Yeah.
sir?
Well, we were supposed to check, but we're going to continue the story. Let's bet B50.
Good. You're B50. I'm checking. B50 does
Well-
not pick the solver. That's 16. 16 is more than 15. That's
Okay, it was kind of
actually more than 10. 10 is a point. 10 and below is a 0 and like, 1, if it's like 0.7 and things like that, you lose a point and do things. But that's a point right there.
awesome. Okay.
Right. So skate is back up to 0, tying with me.
They
Okay.
called no reason to bet. It's going to be 100%, 1000% check.
I'm with you.
Yep, on the river.
Check and then hope that it gets checked through. All right.
Mhm.
All right. Skate. Larry's up next.
All right, so here we go. So U2G. So we were just talking about how this king high board, we do get a bet frequency. That last one was rainbow. But I have some showdown. I don't really know what to do here. I think checking is going to be in the strategy, even though this is a king high board. The question is, do we turn a made pair into a bluff? Essentially, if I bet, I'm turning into a bluff. Since I've been professing the theoretical value of checking out of position, I'm going to do. We'll mostly bet on this king high board. So and we can see here, it's our range. We're betting across our range. This king high boards have this quality.
Yeah. That's a really good thing because the simple poker coaching rule on this is an easy check. It's marginally made. It's a check, it's an easy check.
Yeah.
with one call and then fold on the turn, and you don't have a spade. But we're learning this king queen high board issue. All right, great. You got a point? Go on.
So
Oh,
we're gonna
this-
check.
Oh. Okay, nothing.
Okay, when we choose to take this line, and we get a card that isn't especially good for us. If we continue a check now, I think we just. Navigate to showdown. We can begin to bet here.
Right, yeah, let's see, 12.2, yep, anything, we said anything over 15% is a point was what it was, so this is not a loss.
Okay.
But it's not but it is not a, you don't get a point for it at 12%.
I think call this.
Yeah, okay.
Nope, we just get out of it.
Larry's still at 1.
I failed.
What happened?
I was supposed to fold.
Oh, he bet?
Yeah, I got a -1.
Okay, so
Well-
Larry, no, you're 0.
Okay.
Larry's up
Fold.
to 0. It's a big tie. All right. Skate,
What do you
that's Larry. Corey, do you want to play, Corey? If you do, unmute yourself or type in the chat. You get a choice. You get to play a hand. If you don't want to, it's Arturo's chance. And
Yeah, man, roll with it.
all right, good. All right, you got a hand. Here we go.
Will you show rainbow if we're betting as much on a rainbow king queen
We would be
suit?
betting more on a rainbow, I think, by 4.
You want to take a look at that? And then we'll do it.
Sure. I can
All
do
right, we're gonna
that.
take a quick look at something, Corey, and then the next hand is yours. You're gonna get
All
it.
right, so check it out. I play in San Antonio, Texas. You hear me? So
Yep.
I'm gonna play it the way I would play it against population here. It's probably gonna be way off of solver though, or
That's
should I
right.
just try to get as close to solver for learning purposes?
I would say, you call them both out. Say what you would do, and then,
Okay.
and say what you think solver would do, and then, you'll have to make a choice for your point, but I think that's a good way to do both of them. But we're gonna take a look at one thing first, before you get to play your Jack 10 suited with a flush draw that you landed.
My man.
Right, so the question is, do we bet more if it's rainbow? And I think it's hard for there to be a yes, because we're always betting at a very high frequency here.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure the answer is yes, because we're betting already at 72%, but let's find out.
Yes, my guess is that it's going to be more than 72.
Yeah.
I'm
The
taking-
betting's
taking the
less
over.
actually on rainbow. So.
We're almost betting.
There's
here.
your answer. It's pure. Okay,
All right. Okay,
Gentlemen.
so you've got,
Corey, you're up. You bet
Corey,
you
yeah,
you
it's your
raised
turn.
pre-flop and got called by the button. This is your flop.
All right, hold on. Technology was beating me up there. Okay, so I raised under the gun, I raised button stack sizes. Okay. 8-7. I got a gutter ball straight flush draw. And I got a flush draw, 8-7-7. He's on the button. Where I'm at here, I'm going to be checking this, looking to check raise.
I like it.
yeah, I
And
was gonna say the exact same thing.
I like it exploitatively and I like it solver. Nice.
Dope.
1 point. All right, let's do it. See if he lets you get the check raise in.
Okay, so I'm gonna go pure poker coaching here, and I want my raise to be. I want my raise to be closer to a 5x there, but they're not giving me that, so I guess I'm gonna go with a. Where I ain't gonna lie, where I'm at, I think solver's gonna want to go. Nah, that solver's not gonna want to go check raise here. I don't think. I think that's pure poker coaching. But so I would want to go closer to like 11 here. You know what I mean? But they're giving me 12, 9, 5, and 7.5. Where I'm at, I'm super aggressive. So I'm trying to get some money in there. So I would go raise to the 100% raise pot. But I'm thinking they're gonna say call. So mine is raised 12.95.
I think you're
Go with
gonna
your
have check
instinct.
raises here. I can't, this
Go with
is
your
a,
instinct. We're all,
Huh?
everybody here is on check raise with you.
yeah,
Everybody's,
we agree that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, and I'm gonna go in the bigger size. And like I say, I know, like a good 4 to 5x would be good, but I know here everybody's gonna get sticky. I should have went with the smaller size,
Yeah.
the dirty rat.
but you're not breaking the solver. You're still in the game.
yeah, you're
My
still in the
man.
game. You're still in the game. You get to lose a point on your sizing choice. Sorry, but the instinct was right. And I also like that the solver does do some check calling. I thought this was much more check raising, but this is great. All right. You're at 0
Pink.
points with me and Larry and everybody with mad
Go ahead and
respect.
hit it.
Keep going.
So,
No.
you know, this is a good result to me. I mean, you folded out a better hand on flop.
What? Oh, and we check raised him out. Great.
Yeah,
Oh, he got
so-
out of there.
Yeah, so we
Oh
always
yeah, I'll
like,
take that all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
you won the hand with Jack high.
Fabulous.
My man. My
We would have
man.
run it on the turn. Great. All right. Proud
Oh.
0. Proudly 0. Nicely done. All right.
Who's
Arturus
next?
is up next.
Arturo.
Check.
Check.
Yeah.
So this texture is pure check, and I think this happens a lot around this, the Jack 10 connected.
Yeah.
And I think it's because imposition has a lot that can continue in this area if you look at his flatting range. Maybe what we'll do here, actually, after this hand, is that we'll look at some free flop ranges and see what a theory flatting.
All right. And
was
what
pretty condensed.
did Arturus call the check on this correctly? I didn't hear.
He did.
Okay, that's 1 point. Let's check it. See what happens next.
It's a range check pretty much in any stack depth. Now we check 80% range again, maybe even range again.
Okay.
We're still going for check raise mostly, or check call or check fold.
But we
So
have all
once
the
it
ace
starts
kings.
Attacking.
Range bad, but I've seen like okay. That's
And we know this range, this strategy is not clarified, so we can see it's like
no.
pulling from all different sizes, but it looks like what it really wants to do
Look at
is
the size it loves.
it really wants to attack this check on this board.
Like I'm very okay.
Um, and obviously I think it probably, you know, we can see here it's doing it across its entire range. Probably more when it's got so much, nut of equity.
And I think the other thing that drives that sizing there,
Go ahead.
I'll let you play it out.
Oh, we shouldn't check if it's a range bet, but okay. Now
Well,
we
we're
do
not breaking
whatever.
solver, it's okay.
Yeah, as long as you don't.
We do whatever. We can check raise, we can check all.
What would you like to do, sir?
Yeah, check raise like 50,
Okay, here it goes.
You wanna check
or
raise
maybe
7.5
actually
bigs?
bigger. Maybe let's do 100.
Right at the
Found
last
them.
minute.
Found it.
Big points.
Alright,
Oh, ace high is usually not bluffing, but like, here we probably have to.
So- this 2 is a blank, I think.
Yeah, but like,
No, well, you know what? This 2 isn't a blank because who has aces, kings, and queens here? Or who has aces and kings here? And it's you. And you just counterfeit that is Jack 10, his Queen 10, his Queen Jack.
doesn't have any both really, so.
This 2's better for you
But like,
because your overpair is just
we have
counterfeited
to
his
jam,
2 pair.
right? Or what?
I think there might be some jams here. I've just convinced myself of that.
Yeah, but
It's up to you though. I mean, these
Like,
spots are tough. That's why we're
king
that's why we're
8 we
studying.
jam, but like spades is bad as well, right?
Yeah, the
So-
spade's bad.
In theory, having the busted FD is bad.
Yeah, flush. I check. I screwed. Ace high and spades is like so
Yeah,
bad.
we just give up.
Yeah.
But like, why are we betting turn on Simon? I swear it's
Think about this hand.
like on 30 big blinds, it's almost range check.
Let's look at this. Let's just step back a moment and kind of like. This is a good example. Let's look at the pre-flop ranges here, which might help us a little bit. So we're just gonna look at this example. So we raise. So what is a flatting range here? So it's very small, right? It's only 3% of hands. Mostly he's got a 3-bet here. But when he does call, it's I think what we can call a condensed range. Lax queens plus
Yeah, looks like because
lots of set mining going on, and then Broadway suited hands. I mean, the one thing to think about too is he doesn't have very many offsuit combos here that he's flatting. So, you know, this just gives you guys and me kind of a view of what his range looks like that we're dealing with. And it's going to be pretty similar, I think, regardless of what position he's in. Like go here, go here.
My thought of what drives
Pretty similar.
the large bet on the turn when we attack the turn was that the Broadway part of his range did a lot of betting on the flop. You know, he has all the Broadways have a pair or a straight draw.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So the point I was making when I was looking at his
Bet
range
those
there
off.
is this whole, like, where you can connect it with that flop. So.
Yeah.
We had to be careful because that flop seemed to hit him pretty well. There's
Yeah.
Jack tens, Jack nines.
Right.
10-8 flops.
And so when he chose not to bet, he moved into all the part of his range that hates that board.
Yeah.
And then the tiny part of his range that he was on that fucking loves that board and wants you to bet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's what I think drove the let's bet out on the turn. And also what drove the check raise that you found.
Maybe there was an opportunity to say, and I think Mike talks about this on occasion when we're going through hands, is that wait, maybe there's some alarm bells in theory, because why didn't he bet this board? This board's really
Right.
good for his range. And this makes sense because he flopped the nuts, and so he's got some traps in his nutted range.
Okay. All right, Mike's up. You got 4 points, Mike.
All right.
Mike is ahead with 4 points.
Next hand. Here you go, Mike.
This is going to be a huge amount of checking, maybe pure. Check.
I think it's a pure check. We can see here, yeah, it's pretty much checking cross range. And this is, you can see it down here too. If you want to know, this is the entire range it's doing here. When you're going through the hand, if you want to kind of look more broadly. And we can just see that we just have very little betting on this texture. Check.
So this is interesting because he's supposed to check. He's supposed to bet a lot when we do check on a board like this, and it's supposed to be small. So this is going to be a very high frequency bet for him. Now, this board is not going to be too great for him either. So I think this, even though we don't even have any back doors, ace jack might be strong enough to call, but I don't know if solver is going to mix like a small percentage of it. So, but I'm going to go call here. I'm kind of taking a risk.
Yeah, I agree with you. Often when you look at what you want to call, you want something that can improve. You know, and barring the backdoor straight here, there's things that only you can really improve with are an ace or a jack. So you don't have that many avenues for improvement. Yeah, I think you're right. I think this is pretty tight. I bet it's going to mix.
Skate's point, I
Your
think, is,
fault.
but Skate's point is good that the deuce that basically is only one card on this board for him to match is the 8, because the deuce and the 3 are so out of his range.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, well, we can see that this is, I mean, if we look at this, we'll look at this real quick and just look at the ace jack.
Good. Mike is down to 4 points. He's at least within shooting distance of somebody.
So even though this, I mean, so the big thing here for me is we're overfolding probably. If we looked at MDF, we're probably overfolding this small bet. And then here, we have to have the back door. We have to have an ability to improve.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
Can you show under the gun range? I
Okay.
don't see.
Well, I am showing this is under the guns range.
No. Do we like what's c-bet strategy on? Like
You want to know imposition strat?
no. Like under the gun, like we raised and what do we do on the flop? Like we range check because or what?
Yeah, it was a pure.
It's a
100%
pure range check.
And why is that?
Well, so kind of what we talked about. Well, it's not pure. I mean, you're betting
No, like this is
6% of the
different.
time.
No?
No, this is what we saw before in the chat.
I
Now,
don't
our
know.
hand was 100%, but our global percentage is 90% check.
If it, right, is it because of rake and MTTs you put here every time? If you
It's-
cannot have any
Well,
shot.
I mean, if you want to, I mean, so this is cash, right? So in,
Yeah, but so is it because of rake? I'm just trying to understand.
yeah, I understand. I understand your question, but it's a complex answer, right? It's not an easy answer as to why we have a high check frequency here. And I'm not really a natural teacher, so I'm just trying to think about it. And the answer is it's a combination of things. I mean, certainly rake is, but I think for me, and other people can add to this. I mean, let's think about our stack depth here, right? So we're out of position and we're 100 big blinds deep. So we have a pretty deep stack depth relative to tournaments where you're going to see more betting. So we have more reverse implied odds if we choose to take a bluff line here. We have more to lose if we take a bluff line and go cray with no equity. And if you look at range versus range, I mean, really let's look at our equities. So these are really where the answers are. So first, to answer your question, Artur, we have a range disadvantage, right? Buttons in position, they have the range advantage. And I don't fully comprehend or understand this number, but I understand what it means. And it's very hard for us to realize our equity across our range. Our equity realization is very poor on this kind of flop. This flop is just better for imposition. Imposition has more eights than we do. And imposition, I don't think they have threes. They don't really have threes or twos. They have a little bit. And essentially just the nature of playing out of position gives us a strategic disadvantage. And because of that, we're not interested in really growing a pot. And because we have an equity disadvantage, we're also
But we are under
going
run,
to
no?
protect hold on one second. We're also going to protect our range by checking our aces, kings, and queens. Anybody else want to add anything as to why we check at a high frequency out of position?
So
Is
we're
it-
looking at the difference, what's different in here, because if an MTT doesn't check a lot out of position, because maybe they do, but if we've discovered that they don't, the rake would make a difference. There's also generally an ante in play, bloating the pot, which could
Yeah,
make
that's a good point. Fine for
and
me.
also the opening size. Now, in an MTT, the typical opening size, not typical, the GTO opening size is 2.3 big blinds, and this was calculated with 2.5. That
Yeah,
doesn't
but
seem very different, but those are the
but-
three major differences. And then I want to answer the other question. When Arturus, your question was, what is that graph, that blue yellow line graph?
yeah,
Okay,
why
let's-
is button like we have like he defends so tight? That's probably why.
That's a good point. So he has a very condensed range, right? So he has a super condensed range,
A
and
bunch of pairs basically.
that is certainly a big part of it. He has less trash in cash than he does in a tournament.
Yeah.
I see now. If you look like at ranges, it's very clear. Like it's so much tighter.
Yeah, you've got that range. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at your button flatting range here has a lot more in the MTT example. Okay. I'm up.
Okay.
I left the door open for you, Scotty.
You did. I'm only down by 4 points. All right. So Mike has
Okay.
4 and the rest of us all have 0 except for Arturus, who has 2. All right, here we go. I'm ready. Give me an easy one. Come on. An easy one that has 3 streets of ease.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Not so easy.
Not so easy. I'm going to no, I'm not going to fold. I know that. And I do not have a free reign to bet ace high boards, and I do not have a free reign to bet this board. So I'm going to check to start with, and I'm not going to fold. There's my 36th, and that is prominent and the most common thing. It bets more, but no bet size is bigger than that. So that's a point. Let's go on. All right.
So again, high check forward, right?
Yeah,
Just-
I check board, but
73% we can see over here.
this particular hand can do it. And he
He's-
overbet,
The overbets.
bastard. Against the overbet, I fold.
Our favorite term for the solver is bastard, as it should be.
Just fold. There we go. All right. 2 points.
Well played.
He even allowed to do it, to overbet.
Apparently.
Yeah, I mean, he can aggressively attack us.
Yep.
In position.
All right. And correct move for solver and correct move for the hand. I feel good about everything. All right, skates up.
Skate, you there?
Yeah, I think I'm here, yeah.
Good. All right, skate, you got 0 points.
Alrighty then. We have some equity, so we can bet. I mean, I wouldn't doubt there's some checking here, but no, I think it's gonna be mostly betting. Let's go with 33.
I like the
Yeah,
bet.
this is an interesting one. I'm because obviously you got a semi bluff, right? Drawing to the gin card.
Yep.
With an over on a rainbow board. I think you're gonna check more here. You might have some bets, but I think that we're gonna have a high check frequency here.
I'm going for the bet. It's a high, the bet gets a point, and I'm going for the bet there because it's queen high. That king high, queen high
Yeah.
is very
I-
good compared
I
to him.
think I think we should focus more on king high.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're
King high
you're
has
right.
a very special quality.
gotcha. Okay, more king than queen,
I
but you
think-
get a point.
I'm not, I'm not, you all know I'm not a pro. I wouldn't be.
Here we go. All
Also,
right.
like we get to bet more on the king high.
Yes, so you've got a card that brings in straight. For the jack not suited.
Yes,
You're-
you're right, and
you're
we're
nice
still
on
out of
blocking
position.
it. Yeah, you're out of position.
Yeah, I am blocking it. I think we're gonna check here. I mean, I think we're gonna check here. If we do bet, we're probably gonna go on the bigger side, maybe. But whatever, that's irrelevant.
So you've got a double belly buster here, right?
Yeah, you increase your equity did go up.
Oh yeah,
got-
you're right.
Nine or
I-
king, so, I mean, it makes sense to check. I mean, I'm not telling you, I think
You're right.
Okay,
I think
before
we
you
want to.
get
We want to. Yeah, because I mean, it's still like, yeah, you're right, because the jack. But we want to realize, right? Because we don't want to get check raised.
Oh, you did it
Yes.
too fast. Okay, good one.
Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna go for the ones who don't. All right, here you go.
All right, now it gets interesting, right? Because
Point skate.
you've got bet small, check,
No.
check. You've got a tough one, skate.
Yeah, we do. I don't think we. As
So the first question to ask yourself when you consider bluffing. Are we blocking value, unblocking all the folds? So what are his auto folds? His auto folds are gonna be 8, 9,
Queen jack.
7. Jack.
And hearts. Well, no, not hearts. That's not true. Hearts don't matter.
So you kinda, so maybe we give up here because we're kind of blocking his auto folds.
As long as we're giving hints to skate, there's one other thing though. We're blocking his auto folds, but we have showdown.
And we have showdown.
Yeah. And when
Yeah,
it goes
that
check
would-
to check, we win a lot.
I could be
Yeah,
wrong though. I could be totally, I mean, I don't know if I'm giving you hints or telling you the wrong stuff. It's one of the two.
What are you doing, skate? And
Yeah,
before you-
we're out of.
everybody else is gonna vote on this difficult one after skate decides.
Yeah, I think we're gonna check.
All right, everybody else, put in your vote in the chat before he hits the button. Ah, too
So,
late.
I think,
Yay.
3 points, skate.
so I don't have the fancy version of, GTO Wizard that shows us trash removal, but I think we just think I think the thing to focus on is the ace. We don't want to block his ace X auto folds.
And we do have showdown.
We do a shut up.
Larry.
All right, is me?
Yeah, Larry gets top pair, top kicker while Skate gets that.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna, so I think, I don't know what happens on these low flip boards. I don't know how this affects anything. I like my hand though, and I like a check raise because I'm going to choose violence. And it looks like I potentially can choose violence at some frequency here. I do not get to choose violence. So in that case now, I think that we kind of play strategically with this good a hand. We kind of want to play catch up now because we missed value.
How much betting was there on the flop? I just didn't see it while I was writing down your score.
I'll have to go back. Sure.
Okay, whatever. Keep going.
So we might be 33 because he's capped, but I think I think there's this like strategic struggle, tension between also trying to make up money. So yeah, we want to make it up here.
Yeah.
We want to, because we've got a really good hand. We missed value on flop, so we want to bet big here.
More than 15%, that's a point.
He calls, this hand, this is an interesting turn. I don't think it's too concerning.
That turns, that river's bad for you.
I'm sorry, River. Why? Because it brings in the Jack 10.
Yeah, it's one of his, which, he
Yeah, I
calls,
agree.
he calls you with his pairs on the turn. He calls you with his flush draws. He calls you maybe with his ace 3, ace 5. All those don't matter.
Yeah, he plays his
When-
tens and he plays Jack 10 this way. I agree.
But when he has a jack, the jack's, he doesn't have a lot of Jack 9, but he does have Jack 10. Just saying. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
enough.
you have a good point. But then we also have,
He still has King Jack and Queen Jack.
and you've got nines, eights. I think big bet. Nope, we've got to check.
Check and bet small. And you made the most money.
I'm
from
max
this-
value.
Right.
So
All
you
right.
had a question about one of these, which, Noah, did you have a question about?
I just on the flop, just the flop note. I didn't see how often we, you
What
checked
our
it out.
value frequency was?
I just wanted to see how often we bet it. Do we
Sure.
bet top pair, top kicker there?
So
Uh,
yeah, so we're mixed on this.
yeah, okay. So the ace jack bets. Great. It bets and
So we
checks.
just- Yeah, we're missing.
And the sizes and it goes across up to 50. Mostly 50. Mostly 50. Oh, no, sorry. 50 and 75. Okay, what is it about this board that makes it a 50 and 75? That seems weird to me because it's a paired board.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
know.
fours
I
are
mean,
relevant.
my guess is that it's a low paired board.
Yeah.
Right?
Make it jacks, let's see, make it jack 7-7. There's still no straight draw. Well, there is, but this is just to see that. And it knocks the sizing down a little bit. Okay. Yeah. Now we have no sizing. All right. Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. The score, Larry, is at. You did you got the 1 point, and then on the turn. Do you have one? What happened on the turn on this board? Oh, so check, you bet on the river, you bet, and it didn't want to.
I got a point on the turn, but not on the river.
And then you lost. Did you lose a point? Yeah, you lost a point. So you're at 0. Congratulations.
Okay.
Right? Is that right?
So-
I think so.
No, I think his
You got the
river
flop
bet
right.
was,
You got the flop
his
right.
river bet was a 0, not a negative.
Oh, good.
It was,
Okay.
yeah, it was not
Larry's
a
at-
blunder. It was not red, it was yellow.
Okay, got it. Larry's at 1, and it's on to you, Corey. Welcome back.
Corey, you ready?
I am now.
All right.
Cool. All right, let's do it.
See if we can do better than last time. Oh, great.
Yeah,
Okay, Jack 8, same stack sizes, single raised pot.
Mhm.
I raised.
Mhm.
Yeah, I raised. Okay. Jack 8 on this board. I raised from the cutoff. I'm gonna wanna do I want to see bet here? I don't like the size. I'm going with checking.
I like it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
going
think
with
I would check
checking.
here too. I think
I'm going
you
with
just
Just
have
a
a
checking.
lot of checking in this configuration, cutoff versus button in theory.
Yeah, and either
So
way, either protecting my range or just to get because it doesn't hit that. I don't hit that flop too good. You know what I mean? What
Yep.
wants to bet there, right? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yep.
I agree. And
It
also
is.
you've got backdoor equity that really nice to see a turn card.
Yeah, and then I got blockers to his straight draws and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll roll with it. Check good.
Jack,
Good check.
Let's
Well
go.
played, sir. That's a point.
Dope. Make it
He
easy. Oh,
overbets, he
he bets.
attacks.
Ugh. Ugh, 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 ugh. What would I do? See, my philosophy is I always got to call one bet if I got a back door. You know what I mean? And since I technically got two back doors, I would call in this position. I'm thinking Solver's just gonna say fold here.
Okay, hold on for a second. Don't hit the button yet. So which of those two do you want to choose for the exercise?
I'm gonna choose for the exercise. I'm gonna choose call.
Okay, so but the thing was you think solver's a fold and and for the exercise, so we've gotten the exploitative you want to call here, but you think solver folds. So for the exercise where you have to match solver, which one do you want to go with?
Okay, I'm gonna go with fold.
All right, let's see if I screwed you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is ultimately.
I think it's got to be a fold to the overbet. I think backdoors are not enough to the overbet. Backdoors are what you do for the small bets.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is
Yeah.
pure fault.
I think
Pure
it's
fault.
Unless like you said,
Yeah.
if you wanted to like choose violence, like I ain't gonna lie, like where I play at, a lot of times from the button, I'm probably gonna check raise him. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna check raise him and see where he's at, because you got a lot of people just get sticky and get stupid, and you know what I
But
mean? It's not the river, so I can expect him to try to make a move with some stuff I might be able to get him off of.
Gotcha. That makes all sense. But my question to Corey, in your population, when they do their hey, you checked, I'm gonna bet into your weakness, do they overbet the pot or do they bet like half pot usually?
Most people here, like that's the crazy thing. Like their sizing aren't too consistent. A lot of times they're just gonna grab chips and throw them in there. You know what I mean? So it's kind of
Okay,
like
gotcha.
it's like looking at, like I said, you guys have heard of Texas poker, man, but San
Yeah.
Antonio poker is its own breed. I'm telling you,
Okay,
like there's Texas poker, then there's San Antonio. It's like Houston PLO is different. But all that to
gotcha.
say, you just bet size and you got to see them play it a couple of times, but a lot of times they will overbet with
Okay,
their bluff. You know what I mean? Because their thinking is if you bet light, you're looking for a call. If you overbet, you know what I mean, you're looking for a
gotcha.
fold. So they're probably
So,
gonna overbet it.
all right, good. So you're saying San Antonio is the Texas of Texas.
San Antonio is the Texas of Texas, completely,
But
yes.
but you got
Unless
You
you're
play it.
playing PLO, and then that's in Houston.
all
Do you
right,
play
good.
it rounders?
Yeah, I play rounders. Yep.
Okay, good. So you got 2 points on that one and
Dope.
an education in Texas.
So I'm up to 2, right? All right,
Yep,
bet.
you're up to. Congratulations. And then we'll take a look at this one before Arturis is up next.
Okay, bet.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Yeah. And just for
All
fun,
right.
what the solver had when we hit showdown on our fold.
Bastard.
Full of it. All right,
Check
Arturis.
raise would have beat him up. The
It
check
would
raise
have
would have got him out of there.
got him out of there. All right. Arturis, you have 2 points right now. Let's see what you can get to.
Check
Check.
range. But
Alright.
yeah, check range.
Good check.
Not range anymore.
Yeah, but still.
But if we are under gun, we check range. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Fold.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
can
I
fold.
think this is a fold. I don't think
Yeah.
had it.
Yep. Arturis, 4 points. Tied for the lead.
He flopped it. Oh. All right, who's next, sir?
It is Mike. Tied for the lead, Mike.
All right. Here we go. Another fun one. This is going to be pure check. Could be some big bets, but checking. Okay, good.
Checking range, 99%.
Probably going to give me an easy choice. Yeah. I don't know. We got the back door, so I don't know if we can continue.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I mean, I think we would continue at a very high frequency with spade. Not
So
sure here.
I know fold is going to be in the mix here, and I don't think it's going to be a huge calling percentage. Let's fold and take a point.
All right, I'm gonna call.
I call.
Oh.
Wait, wrong.
Drawing us.
It's close though. It's close. Let's just
I-
let's try it this way. Find something new. We had ace 10 off, right?
Yeah, maybe we just need a spade.
We had an ace of hearts.
It's that simple.
We need a spade.
The hand mixes and the way it mixes is when you get a spade, you do it.
Until you get to ace king, right? So ace king, you get it's so good to get a mix.
Yeah.
But below that with our offsuit combos.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just get rid of the front straight. All right, who's next?
I am, give me 1 second. Hey, Bob, ask me quicker. I'll call you back in 2 hours. Today, 240 is not yours. You have the, today you have whatever you have. You have, right, today is the second. You have the 4 and 520. Bye. 240 is Aaron. Okay, hello, I'm back.
All right, get ready. Here we go.
All right, I'm ready with my hand.
See what he had.
Be that way.
All right,
Check.
you are the cuspy RFI against spot
Right.
flat.
All right, I am checking. All right,
Check
1 point.
pure.
Nice, pure choice.
All right. The overbets. I fold to the overbet.
We're certainly seeing a trend in position strat, aren't we?
I was planning on calling a smaller bet, and let's see if I do. I was gonna call the little proby bet.
Yeah.
And so let's just see if that's right, but I got my point.
So what's our calling threshold with your combo? Is the question.
I'm gonna call I'm gonna call 2.1. I'm gonna fold to 4.
I think you fold it all.
You think I fold it all?
Your
ace-
hand, yeah,
Maybe.
your hand.
All right, let's see.
All
I
right,
think I'm
so
losing-
125, so it's 7. 75. Seven. Okay, you still need the front door. Be
All right.
50.
50.
Still need a front door.
All right, come on, 33. Get in there. This is where I said I did it.
No.
Now, all right,
We are just old man coffee out of position in
all
SR.
right. I lose half a point for opening my mouth. Could have shut up and gotten it. All right,
All right, who's next?
skate.
All right, let's check.
Good check.
Good check, sir. Who bets?
We probably get some calls because we got one over. But it is half pot. I don't know if Solver's gonna want to fold. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna be confident saying some calls.
Fold.
Fold.
All right, skates at 3. Larry, you're at 1.
It was a good call.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Yeah,
Bastard.
although he had a mountain of outs.
So this is an interesting spot, right? So we've got pair plus draw, pair plus snap, pair plus 2 back doors. We're not betting, but I wonder if we get check raises here. But it's king high flop. I kind of want to check raise, but I think that's against the rules. I
Yeah,
wanna
no.
bet. I want to check raise. Let's see what happens.
I predict a bet.
Yep, I'm on team bet.
Yeah.
I think you guys are probably
for it.
right, but I'm so addicted to the check raise.
Go for it.
Don't
All
make
right,
me
so you
want
get a
them.
point and team bet is prominent. Nice, I'm happy. All right, Larry's at 2 points.
I didn't get what I wanted. So like before, I think this is a over bet. I think if we have any over bets, this is it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Oh,
do not understand why this is not an over bet.
because he checked behind, his range is too weak.
Yeah, but the last hand went check, check, and then we'd be 75 with our
You're right.
value.
Well, there you go.
We were supposed to overbet with our value. So, all right. So I'm not breaking. Let's take this off.
No. Yeah. I get values from 7. All right, Larry has 1 point.
All right, who's next?
Corey.
Take off.
You go, Corey.
Checking.
Team bet. Oh, it is a check.
Well, look, we can look. Let's just look at our range real quick here.
Corey called check, right? He got that one right?
Yeah, he got it right.
Okay,
We're just,
Corey's got
just
3.
you are right, Mike, but it's just this region, these two
Yeah.
on this, because all of a sudden these 10 gets in there with the backdoor. It's weird.
Yeah,
These
like me personally, I'm betting that because I can have all the kings right there. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep.
So I'm
Yeah.
personally betting that on a king high flop if I'm the aggressor. But like I say, the solver for some reason likes to check a lot.
And this
Yeah,
is,
it does. We could see the percentages, the global percentages across your range here. We could see that it does check a lot, but it does have betting here, and I think it does continue to maintain our king high theory.
and this is an example here where the thing we bring up before, where the correct play is a check, and very often I'm in this situation. I check, he bets his garbage, I fold my garbage, and I go, I should have bet my garbage.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's sort of the thing about this board, which would make me want to do it, is say, well, it's only a king for him to hit. There are no 6s, there are no 3s. I'm exaggerating with my nose, asterisk to Joey. I mean, at a low frequency, do 6s and 3s interact with his range? Yes, he has 4, 5. Yes, he has 6, 7. But they are a small part of his range, and very often I get to win. All right.
All right, it's
But-
going check, check.
It went check, check. So now with a pair board king high on there, I got showdown value. There's no point in putting money out there because if he bets, blows me off of that, he can have, he can have what 3s does he have there? I don't know, because I got an ace. He doesn't have any ace 3 suited, maybe. I don't know, but I'm going pure check here.
So one thing that I hear Jeremiah Williams talking about a lot is your suits of your ace.
Okay.
So it would be, so this is super technical, but it would be better to have an offsuit 3, right? Because you do block, obviously you can't have ace 3 diamonds, but if you had, let's say, an ace of hearts, that would mean there were 3, you were blocking more aces.
More of the ace 3 pair, more of the ace 3 combos.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, because I got you.
Because he obviously can't have in his hand ace 3 diamonds. He can't have in his hand ace 3 club. And if you had hearts, you couldn't have ace 3 heart.
Right.
Yeah, now he can still have ace 3. It's not that likely, but he still can hold it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a very slight kind of thing, but
Yeah.
just so we
Yeah, I
get,
think just putting money in the pot right now, you're just asking to get blown off of it.
yeah, I think check is fine.
Yep, we got showdown value. Good.
Yep.
4 points.
Oh, it wasn't a pure check though. Dang it.
No, it wasn't pure check, but there.
All right, so now he's putting a tickler bet.
On this one, man, with essentially, 2 overs if he doesn't have a king. With essentially 2 overs, that small bet, 4-1 on a call, almost 4-1 on a call. I'm gonna call.
Okay.
They're going to be, I think it's an easy thing to say there are going to at least be some folds, but let's see if there's any calls.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure. I think we probably fold. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Call a little bit. I think so.
All right,
I mean,
so that
again, the
is a,
solver's
so that's a
very
zero. You don't lose a
defensive.
point for that. Right? We said, what did we say? How low would it have to be to,
I think, was it 15%? I heard that. I
no,
heard that
15%
threshold.
and below was zero. Yeah, it was, I forgot what it was it's a zero.
Yeah,
It's not
0 to
gonna be
15.
one. It's not gonna be a -1. It doesn't have a warning sign on it. So mostly fold.
But
Alright,
you get the call and you hit a good card.
Uh,
I mean, you get the call and you hit a good card.
so my strategy is to bet small here because I'm thinking I'm good. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna bet small, try to see if he can try to blow me off of it, is snap him off. But I'm thinking the solver's gonna go with check.
the solver's gonna check, and I think check is right in game also. Good choice. Even in game, and it's because of this. So when you bet there, he rarely, you bet out some of his bluffs that he's going to do.
Okay.
When he has 4-5, if that's what he has, when he has five, when he has, when he has Jack 10, he's just taking a shot at you. When you bet that 9, he doesn't call the Jack 10 and he rarely raises it. You don't want to face a raise with your second pair and go, is he bluffing? But when you check, it's such an easy call.
Okay, I got you. I
And
got
I
you.
think that's true. I don't think that's just solver true. I think that's game true.
All right, I got you. Well, that's been a leak because, like I said, I'm definitely gonna bet something super small.
Yeah.
And if they're gonna bluff, they're gonna try to blow me off, and I'm gonna snap them off because I like in my head that 9's good right there.
Right.
And
Hey,
if
if you
it's
make
not
that
as
block
hard,
bet
I
in
would
this,
say God bless you.
if you make this block bet here, he calls with those 7s.
He just flats.
Yeah, he might
Yeah.
call.
Yeah,
That
He
means
might
I
bet-
make more money, right?
Yeah, the block bet in this particular hand, in this particular case, probably makes you more money. And you went with a check on the end, and that was right. So I think you're at, that was 5. I think you're at 5 now. You might be at 6. So
No, I think I get 2, or I think I got 2 that time, 2 or 3. I don't know. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
doesn't matter. You 5.5, because I wasn't paying
Five
attention.
and a half. Let's go.
Okay. He's 5. All right, good. So in this particular case, the block bet would have made you more money. But I think even in your thing of, do you really want to be calling a raise there with that second pair? Do you want to put yourself in that position of making this hand big and dramatic and high variance when you can still make money from his weaker hands that bluff? It's just going to be a smaller bluff.
Okay, I got you. I got
Or
you. I got
do you
you.
want to prevent him from bluffing? Because a lot of the Jack 10s there that, don't choose to turn it into a bluff against your sizing. They just fold. I think you take away some of their bluffing. It's harder for them to bluff over your small bet than to
Got
bluff
you.
over nothing. And
Got
so
you. Makes a lot of sense.
that's my thought there.
Yeah, and I'm with you, Scotty. And the reason I said that you actually maybe would have gotten a call with 7s, in that particular instant, your results, probably would have made you whatever your small bet was. But in the long run, the better play, and it's measurable. The solver measures this with math. It's telling you that checking is better when you can call you would make more money in the long run to these bluffs that the button would be making, and you'd be making more money in the long run.
Right. And you'd be losing less money also in the hands where you do.
And then
Sometimes-
essentially, I could mix it up by throwing in that small blocker bet in this. You know what I mean? For balance, correct?
Yeah. No. The
No.
balance is not mixing in the blocker bet in this situation. The balance is what is in your blocker bet range. It's having some bluffs in your blocker bet range, having mostly blockers in your blocker bet range, and having a few nuts in your blocker bet range. That's the balance. I don't think you need to spread this so clearly marginally made hand into a blocker bet when it's such a good check call.
Heard.
Also,
Gotcha.
remember, he was betting before. It's different if you were the aggressor. You make that block bet is different. He bet on you there, and you called. You couldn't. He has a lot of bluffs that continue. All right, we've made it.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's our thought. All right, and we are on Arcturus.
Check.
I like bet because
bet.
we have the equity backdoor and all that.
We have the back door and
Well,
the front door,
we can see we're getting a lot of betting on
Okay.
this texture,
right? And
not just with this
Arcturus,
combo.
Arcturus earns 0 points because it's 14%, not 15%, but it's not wrong. All right. And the bet is a small bet. There we go. He checks behind.
Arcturus, what would you like to do, sir?
So we're betting big, right? But how big? So I don't know. Let's go 175.
Monster.
Not broken.
Not broken, but not, but how small, but that was, that was a minus.
Range small. Why range small?
Because what we were talking about before, just
It's
your stack depth
he's too
out of
weak.
position
Well,
strategically limits your options. And, solver in position is going to properly protect its check range. I mean, the solver, I think your plan against humans in your pool is fine. Solver's playing, a defensive strategy generally out of position.
what Louis is saying, but we are playing MTTs. When it goes check, check, you just hammer. Always hammer.
You have a
Okay,
bit of
that's
bet, but
cool.
but do you have to bet that big to accomplish what you want? That would be the question.
Yeah, I thought, to be honest, like, we bet like 75, like Potter check, basically.
Okay,
I thought it's not a thing to bet too small.
right. And the size, the solver wanted to go 50% or 33%?
33.
33.
Use
Okay.
a small bet.
Right.
All right, next hand, who's next?
Next hand is, we're back to Mike.
Hey,
Mike's
baby.
with 6 points, followed by 5.5 on Corey, because I didn't give Corey his 5.
Mike has the unique
It's-
spot of being in a monotone board.
Yeah, this is going to be a very heavy check, a very safe check. It might actually have some C bets. Monotones tend to get small C bets, but this is check.
WP syrup. See, solver doesn't know what to do with these boards. Essentially, it's saying they're all, so if you look at the EV here, check just barely wins as its preferred strat.
Yeah. So if you made the mistake of betting here, it's not that big a mistake.
Yeah,
EV
monotone boards are like this weird.
Which is which is one of the things we were talking about before. All right. He checked behind.
Monotone boards are just like who's got either of us can have a spade. Who's got what? Check, check.
Yeah, check, check. And like you said, these monotone boards tend to get weird. Because I have a hand that could win at showdown to a lot of what he would be calling with. However, yeah, I'm just gonna check. I think check's the safe play.
8 points.
And this is a fold.
9 points.
And he's gonna show me king jack with one spade.
Even worse.
Even worse.
Nice hand read though, dude.
What's the fun of playing right?
Yeah, this is like monotone boards are weird.
Yep.
And I'm not even going to be able
All
to
right.
understand what their strat is.
All right, here we go. All right. I got to do something right.
All right, who's next?
I'm up. He's me with my massive 3.5. Let's just describe the hand simply. This is the nothing. Therefore, this is marginally made. And I'm out of position. I check.
I think you're gonna mix in bets here.
Yeah,
I
I
think
might.
the king loving
The king is nice, and the two of the kings is nice, and the three, but
and having the back door is nice.
yeah,
Having the
oh,
full
that's
house.
nice. I check.
This could be one of those pure betting. Yeah, it's a very
It-
pure betting.
Yep. All right. Zero.
Solver has a king fetish out of position in SRP.
Especially paired kings.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, you could see it here. I mean,
Yep.
just look at these numbers. All right, but we can
But it's
continue.
a zero, but it's a zero. It was green. That's gonna be our line.
Now he bets.
He bets small. If I'm going to continue, there's a lot of check raising in MTTs when you continue. This hand can continue. I'm going to Louis it. I'm going to check raise to 7.55 and proudly lose my point.
Should be-
Yes.
Oh,
place,
that's pretty sweet.
Oh,
Nice.
oh, that is the sweetest point of all.
But you know what? It kind of makes sense. If you would have a high check, if you would have a high betting frequency in this configuration,
Hmm.
it must follow that if you check, you also have a high check raising frequency.
Hmm.
Just like we'll see on boards where big blind has a high donking frequency. If it does choose to check and it sees a small bet from in position, it does have a high check raising frequency.
Yep. All right. I'm happy.
Yeah. And that
Over
little
check.
information on the right, Larry, where you pointed it out before, that's the global frequency, right?
Yeah, these are global frequencies.
Yeah, look, it's 50. Look at, yeah, it's a very high percentage raise.
Yeah. All right.
All right, you turn to equity.
Right now, because I check raised this, I also made my life harder because this is hard.
Yes,
Um,
it is.
But I picked up equity, and that was the point of the check raise. I am not giving up. So I am going to bet, and I'm going to bet in game. I'm going to bet 75. In solver, I'm going to bet. Somehow I think it's going to be 125, but I'm going to play my game 75. That's my game. That's my.
I think 75 is, it's either 75 or 120.
Yeah, I think it's 75 and
I
120.
don't, but I don't think you do. I
There's
don't think
also
you check
some
on this
giving up,
card.
but I'm not doing that. It's all give up. All right, back down to 3.5. And I have broken.
We'll just look at our combo.
You just need it. You just need
It
the
likes the front door or then
or
nothing.
Yeah, you want to unblock his unblock his continues or have it. All right, that was worth thinking about.
Oh, we don't want the front door, we want the backward. Front
No,
door. we wanna
there is
realize
no
equity.
front door. There is no front door. I
Sorry,
mean,
sorry, you know,
wanna
right,
have-
there's not.
we want to have the spades, or we want to unblock the diamonds and hearts of his continues. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
And when we bet, the sizings are 50 and 33. Did I
Yeah.
get my size wrong too?
Yeah, I thought we had big bets here too, we don't.
Okay, so this is so technically I could have lost 2 points on that move.
And before you continue, the ace queen, I think, like your ace highs don't get as much or big betting or betting period, whereas you would continue with your strategy with like queen high, jack high, right? The queen high, jack high gut shots.
Let's,
Not
look at this
they still have the
problem.
small size, it looks like.
Well, so global percentages are here, so we don't actually get big bets here, which
Yeah.
is surprising to me. I thought that if we're gonna check raise, we're up at king X, we're gonna get big bets, but we just don't.
It's
So
33.
that means we don't even get big bets with our kings.
And the small bets come from that queen jack range, right? Queens and
Yeah.
jack.
So, like this queen,
Yeah.
jack, then open ender, right?
And the kings that have it.
Like, queen nines, get some. With our flush draw.
Okay. My only solace is maybe he'll fold.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well.
Well, solver's broken.
Solver's broken. I'm done. I don't lose. I'm checking here, obviously, at this point. Hit the button
Now you got to fold.
from
Jacks.
Folded something. Folded jacks.
Jacks.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Larry gets 10th of a point for that.
Do I get a point for guessing jacks?
Oh, you do. You get a 0.01. So if it ties on that, nice. All right.
Is it my turn?
It is skate.
Oh, sorry. Skate, you ready?
Yep.
Now this is an interesting hand. You got gutter and you got a front door flush draw.
Yep, we have added equity, so that probably drives our bet size up. So we're gonna mix between 50 and 33 with mostly 33.
Let me propose something to you. So
Yeah.
right now
maybe
you've got jack high. What do you think a check raise will induce more folds from button?
yeah, it's gonna fold out their their trash.
I don't know. And you can do.
You bet,
I
when
think
you bet, he might continue with ace highs. When you check raise, he's gonna have to fold them. If he bets.
so. I think we're gonna. And also, I think the other thing, Skate. I'm gonna give you a cheat sheet here. I think this texture is often a check.
Yeah, you're
These
right.
9 high low boards in this configuration are often a check.
I wouldn't be surprised to see this as 100% check.
I know, but it's not gonna really, well, except for that, what Scotty just said, it's gonna influence my thinking because we have added equity here with the
Okay.
draw. But
You can do
I'm
what you
gonna
want.
okay. I'm gonna check. But I mean, we probably do have some. No, we
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, it's just the board is a pure check board. And then if he makes a move, your hand is now good enough to check raise it, and it's good enough to check call.
Yeah, your hand has got this, it's in a special category in theory.
Hmm.
Where you get to check raise here.
Yeah.
And check raising is fun if
Yeah.
you're into violence. So you can choose violence or you can choose to call.
You just can't fold. We're gonna give you that hint.
True. All right, thank you. I don't lose points, so I think we can raise, but it's gonna mostly call.
All right.
All right. Okay, you're gonna call before hitting the button. Too late. I was gonna choose. I wanted to say we have to choose the raise size. So next time, Larry, give us a chance to go for the raise size. That's a point for.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay, I don't lose points. Perfect.
And it's
It's about-
preferred to raise, which makes sense.
Yeah, but it's the same EV, right?
Yeah, same EV.
Yeah, your hand's
Nice.
so good.
Yeah, you're fine. You chose
Uh,
call time.
Is it because we have the added straight draw kind of thing?
We have the straight draw. We have 2 overs. We just have everything. It's
All right,
because if you check raise and he jams on you, you can call.
Yeah.
Right.
that's true.
Okay.
So I assume you want to check here out of position.
Yep.
A little donkey, more of that. It's advanced class.
Okay, that's check there.
All right, so this is always interesting, right? You have jack high on this action. Check, bet, call, check, check. Do you block? What was the question I asked before? Do you block value and do you unblock auto folds?
I kind of really. I don't think I kind of unblock the folds, right? Because I have the 10 and the jack.
Yeah, this is kind of a
which
mixed bag
sucks.
here, I think, because it's not great blocking his flush draw, but it is good unblocking ace high and king.
Say the last part again.
It is good unblocking ace, villains ace high and king.
And before you hit the button, after Skate makes his choice, I have an opinion to express.
Okay.
But after Skate makes his choice.
Yeah, this is yeah, like yeah, I mean I'm not really sure, but like in game like here, as played, like when he checks his turn, I think he's gonna have like a 7 or worse, you know, like ace high, maybe like as Scotty was saying. Which it's gonna lead me to bet. I mean, I think we do have some give ups, but when we do bet, we're gonna go with 134. Let's go with
Yeah,
134.
I think there's gonna be some B60s and 134s here. I think we have to. I think it's gonna be bluffed at a high frequency,
All right. So
even though we're blocking his busted flush draw. Scotty, what
Yeah.
do you want to say?
okay, we're gonna. So you're committed to the 134, right?
Um,
Yep. No, you're in. That's
yeah,
the one.
yeah,
We
sure.
don't hit the button yet. All right. So I agree with everything you guys said. Jack 10, the spades are not good as a bluffing candidate here.
Hmm.
Jack and the 10, I think, are actually not so good because when he bet, you know, what draws can he bet on the flop? He can bet 8-10, he can bet Jack 10, he can bet 6-8 if he had, you know, he doesn't have 6-8. But the other ones he can bet, and we block some of that, and he has the Jack 10. But I think all of that is overwhelmed by the fact that we have Jack high. We have Jack high, we are going to bluff. Now, so now we're going to choose the sizing. So I'm bluffing here. In game, I just automatically bluff pot. But since I don't know what the solver is going to do, I want to go with a hungry horse thing here. My value is hearts. When I have a flush here, how big do I want to bet? I want to get called by a not. I want to bet my flush relatively small because I think he can't be that strong. He is highly capped, right? So if I want my value to bet small, Hungry Horse says I want my bluff to bet big. And therefore, I go with a 134. All right, now I'm done.
Please. No.
It's
What?
Close.
small because you're trying to get rid of, you're trying to get him off of nothings, just better nothings. This is going to work though. You just don't need it.
I lost.
Oh no, you needed it.
Yeah, in this case, right?
Skate, you lost a point, but you gained an asterisk.
Thank you.
All
All
right.
right, who's next?
We are on to let's see in the order. Larry's up next.
All right, cutoff versus button. Queens on ace high board. I feel like we're so far from our range here. I don't think we need to bet here. I think checking is always the same option in this complete range.
You could not be more marginally made by definition here.
Check.
It's also a
You actually
check.
don't even have any slivers of bet on this. Yes. Situation. This is an interesting spot. I don't think we could value bet this out of position.
There might be a little checking, but I mean a little betting, but don't bother. Yep. All right, that's Larry is at 3.1.
All right, so blocking queen jack is good. This might be a check, but I'm gonna put in a bet.
I like a blocker bet here. Both are right. Good one. 4.1, Larry. I like the blocker bet because you can now get called by an 8, a 9, and a 10.
Or just lose.
But and did you block or did you check?
I blocked
He
it.
blocked.
Blocked and he just called the block, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Great. So small size. Great.
It's interesting that he chose to check down ace jack.
Yeah. Very surprising. Very surprising.
We look at that for a second. You guys
You got
mind?
it might be a low frequency line.
I just want to see what frequency.
Yeah.
All right, so flop check here. Ace high. Go there. Stop there. Yeah, he's mixing across his entire range for some reason. Yeah. That's more with a straight draw blocker.
Yeah.
Check, check. Just, okay, let's just look at the turn. Check. And then here again, he does it. Top pair. He must.
Yeah, it's just a low freak. It just happened.
Wow.
Was he offsuit or suited? What was he?
He was clubs.
Clubs. Yeah, it's
Interesting.
he just
I'd,
tapped out.
I'd expect this is a value bet here.
It-
I mean, this is his best, other than ace queen off.
yeah,
This is like one of his best kickers for
Yeah.
ace. We just have.
he does
I
bet
think
it.
the- I mean, my only answer here is that we have such a well-protected checking range in this configuration
Mhm.
that he in turn has to protect his range a little bit.
But I thought he'd want to bet when the two. I thought he'd want to at least bet when the two flush draw when both.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Me too.
But
All
they
right,
didn't.
who's next?
It is Corey. Corey, you're our only hope to catch up to Mike. Unfortunately, you got to go at least.
Well, that helps because you're gonna be able to do whatever
Hey,
you
y'all,
want.
can y'all skip me and I go after Art real quick? I'm handling something real quick.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
My man.
You just got given the best hand ever, Arcturus.
He's skipping?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
skipped.
G man, you got the
He gave you the second nut flush.
Check,
got the dream hand.
check. So you
Gotcha.
think it's check raising or what? Because I'm not confident.
I don't know. I mean,
Nope,
I
check.
think the answer is that when we look at the strat, when you have like
I will.
95% equity here, 96% equity. I think you're gonna be able to do with whatever the hell you want. Really, you're gonna have multiple options to choose from.
I don't know. I want to check all.
Okay, let's go with
I
check.
think it's safe.
Yep, that's a good
to
one.
check
I'm
all.
exaggerating. You don't have multiple.
Right. Well, the thing that I remember that is this on monotone boards, there just aren't big bets. Whether you
Yeah.
have it or you don't have it.
Yeah, that's a
So
good point.
but
Good
that's
point.
the thing, but you can better check. So he goes for the check. That's 1 point.
Check, check.
Uh, I'm the worst at mono boards. We- It's either check or bet 75
I think
or
you're gonna. I think
33.
you're gonna. I think you're gonna want to get value this deep, right? So, I mean, because your SPR is, I don't know. It's part
Million.
It's a lot.
15.
15, yeah.
that you're gonna want to. You do want to build a pot.
Yeah,
I think you're
so
gonna want to bet.
I bet 75. What would you bet?
You're gonna bet.
He's betting 75.
25. I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
75. Purple.
Yeah. So this is where we begin to
Oh,
see this.
check it.
You can do tons of stuff.
Yep.
Because you've got the nuts.
Yep.
Second nut.
I like to check there, funnily enough, on the blank.
But you
Yeah, I
got
can see that. I mean, I
Good.
think there's always this tension, right? Because you've got just like this ridiculous SPR. All right, now you get to river. You've got kind of an inconsequential 9 of clubs.
$75 again.
75.
I'm going 150.
I thought it's the polar. I thought
I know.
about it. but-
Yep. Let's see.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, river.
Yeah, it's
Go for it.
it's
I
go
knew he has no flushes, but like,
right. So what this one says is it's something that Larry talks about is each bet is targeting a different part of his range, but 75 doesn't. So the hands that call 75 probably call 150. And the hands that fold to 75 might also fold to I'm saying it wrong. The hands that call 49 might fold to 75. So you're either targeting really weak hands, so you bet really small, or you're targeting, did he get a straight? Does he have top, is he playing top pair? What will he call?
Oh.
And this is either great or terrible, one of the two.
You can't
he
fold
got
second
the
nuts.
call, right?
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
How does he have like?
Look at this. We are indifferent to this.
My God. Yeah. Alright,
This is an indifferent call.
We are losing money with calling.
but you did the bottom,
That's a great hand.
right?
This is the most interesting hand of the day. Let's look and see how often he chooses violence here. So also against your size, right? So,
Yeah, I'm surprised he did that against a big size.
but
you-
our size was smaller than what solver wanted. So we might have induced. Right? Solver wanted like up here, 301.
Yeah.
So we bet 150. How often? So then let's look. I mean, let's just look at ace queen off. So this is low frequency, but he is doing. He just rolled for it.
Yeah.
He rolled. He rolled a 97.
Yeah.
Or a 6, depending on how he does his randomization.
Got lucky. Alright,
So you got lucky. And also the interesting thing is that when he does this, wants it all in. I want to see where our calling threshold is. Our calling threshold with flushes is it's only gonna be flush, but it's gonna be weird. Right? Because it's like it's gonna be across all range, we're gonna be
Hmm.
calling this.
and then we call a bunch. What's the one that we call the surprising one down at the bottom?
Queen eight.
King
Always folding queen eight.
Why is the king eight below the? I don't know. I don't care.
I would imagine it has something to do with blocking. He must have a component of king of spades that does this. And we're blocking it.
The 8 blocks a straight.
That's why I think we're calling queen 10 pure. Because we're unlocking his king high and 8 high bluffs.
Alright. So if Corey's gonna play one, Corey gets to play the next one, and if Corey is busy, I think we end the game here and move on to Martin's.
Okay, sure.
Nope, I'm here.
Alright, Corey,
Alright.
you got a hand.
I got King 80 flopped the freaking.
Not anymore.
Oh,
You lost.
man.
This is the
That's
hand you
horrible.
gave away. You gave away 100 you gave away 100 big blind hand.
That's crazy. Flopping the second nuts. Oh,
Yeah,
my
And he bluffed the river. And he bluffed the
Oh,
river.
okay. Well, you
There you go, Corey.
There we
flopped pretty
go.
good, Corey.
You're doing pretty
Out of
good.
the frying pan into the fire. Okay. Pre-flop aggressor. I got a strong hand. He might have a flush draw, straight draw. I'm not really worried about it. I'm going with I just tagged this joint. Do I do a small bet or do I check? I'm gonna go with how I would play, man. I just like put money in the pot. So I'm gonna go with a small the orange 33%.
All right.
Now you hit it.
like
You
it.
slammed it.
I like it because it's a paired board and for the bet size is small. All right. 6.5. Good job.
Let's
And he
go.
No
folds.
action.
He had nothing. He folded nothing. All right. So final score was Mike.
You want me to
with-
stop sharing so you can put it up?
Oh yeah, it's on the, yeah, let's do that. I just put it in the chat, but
Okay.
I'll put it on here so everybody can see it. All right. Share. There we go.
I mean, everybody has some fans here, right? On YouTube.
I don't
So
I don't have fans.
You can get- All right, here we go.
I'm just kind of kidding.
Here we go. All right. This is our final score. Mike wins with 9.01, and the 0.01 came from calling the jacks. Second place with Corey, who generously gave away a second nut flush draw that would have gotten him his opponent's stack. And everybody, I'd like to point out, is in positive territory. Everybody did good. I don't think it's important who came in last. It's not worth discussing. The point is everyone did well.
Good team. All right.
Good team. All right.
Guys, I'm gonna take a break and I'll be back.
Okay, and we'll look at some Martins. And then, Larry, maybe from some of my Martins, if you have any of the ones that I sent you that were mistakes, we can look at those, look at the next ones as a group.
Those have retired. That was
Okay,
a
they're gone?
special. Yeah.
All
they're
right.
gone.
And we don't have the record of them anymore. All right, that was fun.
No, I'm afraid not. I'm sorry.
All right, put some Martins in the chat or actually just rather than put them in the chat, just call out and say, I've got one, and you can share your screen.
All right, I'll be back, guys.
So a 5-minute break, or are we?
A 5-minute break. 5-minute
Yep.
break, prep your marked hands. See you guys at 11:05. And I'll stop the recording here, and then we'll start a recording with marked hands as a separate one. All right. Zoom. Recording stopped.